no one else is utilizing the shake. No one. This is going to be what gives us like the leg up on everyone else. That's the best idea I've had in my life.
Hey guys, Andrew here from CheepJokes. We're here with Dannii and Tim from LEGO Masters Season 2. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
We've just seen episode 5, which was the Make and Shake Challenge. Probably one of my favorite ones so far. I mean, we saw the explosions last year. This was something a bit new and you guys came up with an amazing concept. Tell me about it.
So originally there was no concept. We went into this just thinking solely technical, let's just make this tower earthquake proof.
And then I had a really good idea and I knew we had to do it 100% because it was a winner idea and I knew it. The moment it popped in my head, just popcorn.
Tell me how you described it to Tim.
I remember when I got the idea, I was talking to my microphones. We were trying to get the camera on me because I was pretty much, oh my god, I have the best idea. I can't say it too loud. I don't want other people to think to utilize the shake. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. I need someone here to tell so I can talk about it.
She was sitting there talking to her chest, just someone come here, please. Someone. And one of the other tables is talking to the microphone. Like, I think Dannii wants somebody to come and talk to them.
And yeah, I was really excited. Like, this is the best idea. We have to do it if time allows because popcorn. No one else is utilizing the shake. No one. This is going to be what gives us like the leg up on everyone else. And how hilarious would it be to have just Lego go everywhere? So, you know, I feel like that's the best idea I've had in my life.
There's very few challenges that create this level of interaction where you don't have to touch the model to get something happening. How deep was the popcorn hole?
Oh, it was probably about yay deep. There was quite a lot of 2x2 yellow blocks in there. But I knew that we had to mount it up and then we can just have it start with shaking. Originally we were like, okay, it's just going to go everywhere. But the fact that when it started shaking, you get little bits and then it got more and more gradual and then it went everywhere. We're like, that was unintended and it looked wicked.
Your tower survived to level 20?
We survived the whole shake test.
Right.
We may have accidentally clogged the device a little bit with our popcorn.
Strategic.
All I know is that there was this one piece of popcorn that came off of it and actually got caught between the shake plate and the table and it launched right across the room at a cameraman and it was almost just like a comedic, like
he just
smacked it out of the air, like it was great. But the whole build was just this really weird wave of emotions because right at the start I'm like, this is a shake platform. I've gone to the Legoland Discovery Center and these things get crazy fast. They're telling us this goes up to 10. I'm concerned that it might go beyond 10, so we are going to make this as structurally sound as possible. I don't care about aesthetic, let's just make it outlast the machine.
So you've been to Legoland, you've seen their shake. What did you have in your head as what Lego Master Shake would be?
I'm thinking it's going to go double the speed as to what's on the Legoland Discovery Center shake platform, because that was like down there, like it's got 3 dials I think, and then the furthest dial it just goes round like very crazily. And they've got Duplo there for their platform. So. And
this is a kids entertainment venue. Their 20 shake is not going to be a Lego Masters 20 shake, right? Or 3. How are you planning for this? I mean, you had the popcorn idea, but structurally, you got to think about that as well.
Yeah, so like one of the biggest things we knew about building our tower build from one of the previous immunity challenges was that if you make it too heavy at the top, you've got that big risk of it tilting over. But we built with the base being quite wide and went up to a thinner shape towards the top. And with this, it was the same thing. We didn't want a large weight up towards the top that could potentially sway or tilt the tower. So we made a huge structural base, almost like a plus sign, can you imagine?
Right, okay, yeah.
Down the bottom that was gridly locked in.
So it's quite hollow inside?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was actually quite thick, full of plates at the base. Yeah.
At the base,
yeah. So the base, it was this sort of plus sign. Each one of the walls had beams technique running up the edges.
Right.
And then it was like almost that plus sign continuing up, but it got more hollow towards the top.
Right.
And then that was reaffirmed as well. So all of the shake and the all the forces were put onto this essentially heavy weight at the bottom, and then we just had that little bit of loose Lego up the top. So we were hoping that that base would hold out as strong as possible.
How did Andrew and Damien go in this challenge? Because they built the Japanese one for the first round, for the first episode. Japan is known for earthquakes.
Yeah.
You reckon there was any inspiration for the earthquake?
Andrew and Damien ended up doing something kind of similar to what we did as far as our structure as well. So to think that like if they were thinking on the same wavelength as us was a big reassurance. Trent and Josh's technique.
Was that a consideration for you, or like a technic build would be the strongest?
way.
No?
Oh,
I don't even know what they were thinking. I'm looking at like it's either I don't know something or this is gonna go terrible. But
Well,
you know what? It went amazing. It just did this big slump thing and then it fell to the ground on the next shake, and it was so fun to watch.
What
Yeah.
level did they make?
They made it through to 7.
7.
So the thing is with Technic, Technic is not my thing. It's definitely not your thing, no offense. So
learning.
for this to be a technical challenge, I'm like, I need to just take whatever rough information I've got to try and make our tower. And when we looked across the room and saw a pure Technic build, it's like that's either going to go fantastically or God knows what.
Yeah. Were initial thoughts around making what you knew was basically going to be a block tower aesthetically pleasing?
It wasn't until a bit of the way through that Dannii came up with an idea to make it that popcorn explosion. The thing is, the rainbow pattern that happened
That was
on our
dumb
build,
luck. I was just getting bored of all the colours. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing a rainbow because rainbow.
Yeah.
So
And
she-
all the colours are already sorted, so it's really easy to get the pieces without having to slow down through sorting.
It was just random bricks
Random, yeah.
for the base, and then eventually Dannii just went, oh look, we need to make these few layers, how about I just colour coordinate them? And so it was just like an accidental rainbow. And then when the idea for the popcorn came up, we're like, we could do a popcorn bag and just hide all of this horrible blemish that's underneath.
Yeah.
So-
Amazing concept.
It
You
was
did so well.
pure dumb luck.
Now, the 2 other female teams outside of Jennifer and Jodie have been eliminated. It's basically you and Jennifer and Jodie holding down the female fort to make it
Yeah.
through to finals. How you feeling?
This is a big theme for me because I really want to see girls reach the end of this competition. Season 1 is a bit of a boys' club by the end, and I really don't want that to happen again because it's not intended, but the message that's being sent there is that Lego is more for boys than girls, and I would hate for that to be a pattern. So I'm really hoping to see Jen and Jodie alongside me in the semis or in the finals.
Have you
So-
thought about forming an alliance?
I actually have thought about it, and I don't know if I'd get in trouble if I did, but I would love to team up with them and really help each other become stronger builders to get us that far in the competition.
It really comes back to that sense of camaraderie. Everybody wants everyone to do their best. And look, there is that huge moment where they're like, Jen and Jodie, for instance, have gone through a lot of emotions over the course of the build, and there will be hundreds of people in this life that will doubt your ability. The worst person to doubt you is yourself.
Yeah.
And we've been hanging out with them outside of these challenges and giving them tips and really trying to help that and really instill that confidence because we want to get girls to all the way to the end there as well. I'm sort of just tagging for the ride, I guess.
So we've got an amazing challenge coming up for episode 6, which you're going to miss out on. How does that feel?
Look, it's good to have that little break in between. It could be a bit of concern to get a little bit rusty whilst we're building, I'll be honest, but
But you know what? One of our goals is to be top 2 at least once before having to go home. So I'm counting this as a top 2 build because we won.
and there's lots of stuff we can do when the kids aren't around, so
Yeah, I'm going to see a movie, kid-free. It's going to be lovely.
So it's not going to be a practice day, it's going to be a date day.
A bit of a date day. We'll
Date
probably
day.
still end up building by the end of it, but we're going to take a bit of time for
it's a
us.
perfect date.
Excellent. Good luck with the rest of the competition. Hold down that female fort. Hopefully see you at the end.
Thanks.
Thanks.